guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you my top 10 favorite plants of 2024. It's been quite a while since my last one. If you're returning, let me know. That would be really interesting to know. So if you're new, go ahead and subscribe. I plan on increasing my amount of content. So without further ado, I'm going to show you guys my top 10 plants of 2024. I did this video in 2023 showing you all my favorites of 2022, and here we are 2 years later, and I'm just gonna show you guys my favorites. A lot has changed in my collection, I'm not gonna lie. I have downsized a lot. This was the year of just like realizing, I guess, what plants I actually like in the long term, because a lot of the plants that I got were things that were popular or like things that were trending, and I got them and I realized that either they didn't do well for me or they just grew in a way that I didn't enjoy, like it was too much maintenance. And some of those plants that are high maintenance I do really love, but I've kept it to a very small amount. So anyways, let me get started. I'm going to show you guys my first one. This is in no particular order because I didn't make a list. So let me go ahead and grab the first one that I want to show you. I may have just bonked it on the ceiling. But, hello, this is my Monstera Siltepecana El Salvador. And as you can tell, this plant looks to be high maintenance. This pole, I've extended it 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and it's already ready for another extension, and I'm not quite sure what to do. I think I might propagate this and kind of like do the chop and extend thing, which I'm not really sure how to go about that. So if you do have any ideas what I could do, by the way, this is like totally rooted into the pole, and I don't even keep this super moist, but this plant has just been growing so well. I did propagate this recently with the hopes of doing the whole like extension thing, but I got rid of them because I was like, I don't have the time or patience or whatever. I've been really busy lately, so I haven't really been tending to my plants as much as I would like. But nonetheless, this plant has just been doing well, and I would love to see these leaves get even bigger. Like, I don't know if you've seen like the mature Siltepecana El Salvador, but they kind of don't really look like this, and they get fenestrated, so there'll be like holes in the leaves, and that will be so exciting when the day comes. But for now, I'm just trying to keep it alive. And probably in the next video, you'll see me attempt to chop and extend this. So yeah, really recommend. I do need to water it. Okay, switching gears a little bit, I'm going to go into a Hoya that I've really been just enjoying unexpectedly. So this Hoya, I was about to get rid of it, honestly, because I just wasn't really impressed. It was just not doing it for me because I don't really know. But ever since it's filled out a little bit and started trailing, I just can't not like I couldn't imagine getting rid of it. I also used to have a lot of mealybugs, and I don't know what happened, but they suddenly just disappeared, which is the best thing ever, because honestly that's why I got rid of a lot of my Hoyas, because mealybugs. I think that ladybugs were actually one of the best like decisions on introducing to my plant collection, because I think they really go after mealybugs. Ever since I got rid of the mealybugs, this plant has just been catching my eye and doing really well. As you can see, there's like a bunch of new growth just like popping out all over the place, and I love the way that this grows. So lately I've been into plants that, like I said, I don't have to do a lot of maintenance, unlike the Siltepecana, but this one I can just let it trail and it looks neat and tidy just the way that it is. It's a little whimsical looking, but I also kind of like that. But I don't really have to do much. I just water it and it grows. It has never given me any issues aside from the mealybugs. I forgot to mention this is Hoya PG04. It's like the mini Kentiana, I think, or mini Weyeria, I'm not sure. This is an underrated Hoya in my opinion. This next plant I'm showing you guys is Philodendron adibapoense. I've had this plant, believe it or not, for 6 years. I think I got it in 2019. So this plant has taken so long to establish and just look like the way I want it to. It still has a long way to go, but now it's actually like in a situation, like in a potting arrangement that I think will do well for the long term. These moss bowls have been a game changer for me. I used to use like the wire mesh ones that you make on your own, and just they dried out way too quickly, and these ones, the roots just love to go into the pole, and you can actually see them in the back. As you can see, the roots are literally like coming out of the top because they're just so rooted into this pole, which is why it's doing so well. Started to increase in size, but then winter happened and they're not as big as like this one, but I have high hopes that the next leaves, like in the spring, will come out pretty big. And this plant has the red backings, which is cool. Not my favorite thing about plants. I know some people really love that, but to me, I really not really a fan of red in plant leaves, but I do like the really dark green. And it kind of reminds me of Spirit of Sanctity, which I got last year. Since the prices plummeted, it's not doing that great, but I'm just holding on because, you know, it's a Spirit of Sanctity. I don't really know what else to say about this one. It's pretty low maintenance now that it's established, but it took me a long time. I don't know why. I just never wanted to grow neatly until I got this moss pole. So highly recommend these like D-shaped moss poles. But yeah, this is Philodendron atabacoense, number 3 on the list. Really enjoyed this one all year. This next plant I have also had for a very long time, probably like 4 years. It is my Philodendron Florida Ghost, which is kind of funny. I bought this as a squamiferum. Definitely is not a squamiferum. It's definitely a Florida Ghost. These new leaves, the more light you give it, they come out super light. And mine just has been giving the most minty leaves ever, and they're so huge. This one's gonna be massive, I can already tell. But I don't know, this plant just this year took off. It really likes these grow lights that I have it underneath. I think they're the Sanseed bulbs, 10 watts or 5 watts, I'm not sure. I really recommend those grow lights. That's what I have lighting this whole top area. I literally only have 2 bulbs lighting. I should probably hang them from the ceiling, which is what I plan to do, just for a better like even distribution. Anyways, this plant was under one of those light bulbs like all year, so it's really been appreciating that, and I've been appreciating this plant. So yeah, this is Florida Ghost number 4 on the list. And the next one I'm going to show you is the Florida Beauty, which I just have to show you because it's the variegated version, and it's also been doing well this year, and I love it so much. I can't believe I was able to get one because it used to be so expensive. I'm not including this on the list, but honorable mention. Gorgeous variegation. Pretty easy plant. It's, pretty sure it's rooted. Yeah, it's rooted into the pole. I got it like this big, these tiny, tiny leaves. And then, yeah, we're getting some sizing up. This is the most recent leaf. Love it. Yeah, Florida Beauty. Love this one. This next plant that I'm about to show you is the Philodendron Splendid. And this has to be my favorite plant in my collection right now. Seriously. Because it is just ginormous. I don't even think I could show you. Yeah, I might be able to, but this plant is massive, and I'm in love with these leaves. Obviously, this is due to these moss bowls, but we've got a new leaf on the way right here, so I'm excited to see how big that's going to be. I also attribute this to the Sanseed bulbs as well. Just gotta make sure there's no pests because this thing would be a massive pain in the butt to clean pests off of. But it's just been the best philodendron ever. I got this as like a tiny plant, like I don't even think you can see this leaf. A little smaller than that. And it just took off. I have a second one here that I just like took cuttings of it, and I have like a separate plant. I'm just keeping it on a regular old stake because I can't be bothered doing the whole moss bowl thing. But it's just so beautiful. I love how velvety it is, and it's super easy to care for, unlike Melanochrysum, which I've given up on like 3 different times. I love Philodendron Splendid, and it'd be kind of cool to have 2 massive ones. So I don't know, we'll see where I go with this one, but I don't really think I have the space for it. But this is due for a extension soon, or a chop and extend, so I might bring you guys along with me on that. Number 6 is a Hoya. This is my Hoya Polynura Silver. So the story behind this plant I got for very expensive. I got this like 2019 for 2019 or 2021? 2021 for $200 for 2 single leaves. I was insane back then. I was really like just into buying plants. But yeah, it didn't grow. It grew super, super slowly until literally last year. I think it only had like 6 leaves at most until last year. I decided I'm just going to chop it into thirds and propagate the stems, propagate them all separately, and then pot them back together. And as soon as I did that, it just exploded in growth. I know this isn't that big, but compared to how it was just a year ago, it has significantly increased in size. So yeah, this is a Polynura Silver. The leaves are completely silver. I've seen the Bro J, which is more of like a speckling variegation, which I also think is really pretty. But as soon as I saw this silver version, I was like, yes. This is before the Polynura Albo came to the US. It was like strictly in New Zealand at the time. And then it was like $1,000 or something for 2 leaves once it came. So I used to really, really want that one until this one started doing well. Then I'm kind of like, this one's fine. So I really like this one. Really excited to see how this does this year. I'm really hoping that once spring hits, it will continue to grow because it kind of took a little break during the winter. But yes, very excited about this one. Polynura Silver number 6. I'm not sure if I want to include this one or not, but I have to show you guys this goldfish plant. This is Columnia White Prince, Light Prince, Columnia Light Prince. And I was like, why do they call it a goldfish plant? That's why. Isn't that so gorgeous? Oh my god. These flowers have been on here probably a month now. Seriously, like they're lasting so long and they're so shimmery. Oh my god. Just had to show you guys that. And I love this little pot too. Okay, this next plant is Ripsalis. I kind of just wanted to lump all Ripsalis together in this video because I found a love and appreciation for this whole genus this year. I saw a video by Gina on the pink trellis, if you follow her. She did like a Ripsalis collection and I was enamored like immediately after that. And I got this one. This is Ripsalis bassifera. I got it at Mickey Hargitay Plants. I may or may not have shown you guys me getting this earlier this last year or something. I don't know if it's been a year or 2, but I've been enjoying this one a lot because of just how funky this growth pattern is. You just don't really know what you're gonna get, and I think that is super fun. But eventually these will like start to cascade down. Every time I water it, it's like immediately it starts growing. So I'm just going to show you guys one more Ripsalis. We can call this 7 and 8. This is Ripsalis paradoxa. I'm not sure if this is Paradoxa minor, maybe not. Like the leaves are pretty thick in the beginning, in the tops, but perhaps they're not getting enough light, so they're kind of thin. So I might have to increase the light or move it to the window or something, I'm not sure. If you have any ideas, let me know, because I don't want to bleach the leaves. I really want to keep this dark green color. I don't want them to come like super yellow. But anyways, number 8, Ripsalis paradoxa. I don't know if you can even tell, but obviously I love the chain kind of growth leaf shape. And yeah, it's grown pretty fast considering I got it not too long ago. I have a video on my page of when I first got this, so you can kind of compare and contrast what it looks like now. I considered also getting rid of this plant because it was just putting out wonky looking leaves and I wasn't happy about that, but then it put out these and I was like, okay, fine, I'll keep it. This used to be variegated as well, but honestly, I'm not really mad that it's not anymore. I just love how splashy and dark and round these new leaves are, and like it's got a little bit of new growth. It does grow very, very slowly, which is kind of okay with me these days because sometimes when plants get unruly, I kind of just get bored with them and neglect them. So it's very exciting still when I get new leaves on this plant. This is Hoya obovata, technically variegated, but it isn't anymore. If you can tell, like right there were some variegated leaves. So yeah, very excited to see this one get bigger actually and kind of just take over the space. It probably needs to be repotted, but I don't really feel like it because it seems happy at the moment and I don't really want to mess that up. So number 9, Hoya obovata. Okay, fine. It feels wrong to include this because I didn't technically get it until this year, but it is already my favorite. Like I've been wanting this Anthurium for so long. I got it for Christmas this year. It's Anthurium pallidiflorum. And little side note, I had the wind lingeri for like a week and it died. And that was very upsetting. So RIP. But then this one is equally as gorgeous. And I'm very excited to have this in my collection. This new leaf came out like immediately after receiving it. And it's still hardening off, I think. And it's already rooted a lot in this moss. I just kind of had to put it in here immediately. This is from Equigenera, so usually have some rehabbing to do when I get their plants, but it's been doing just fine and perfect size. These can get really, really long, like as long as I am tall, and so I'm really excited for that. But for now, this is what it's looking like. Super dark and super velvety leaves. I feel like this is going to be a plant that I have like forever. Okay, was that number 10? I don't know. I think it might have been. Another shout out. This is a new acquisition that I got. This is a variegated money tree. I am so excited to have this. I've also been wanting this for so long. And I found it for a decent price at one of my favorite like local plant shops. So yeah, I just had to end the video off with this one, even though I just got it. I'm not allowed to include it in this video. But yeah, I just wanted to introduce it to my channel. This is variegated Pechira aquatica or something like that. It had spider mites though. I just had to clean it off the other day because I noticed webbing all over it, which is super annoying because I haven't had spider mites in my collection for like 2 years, which is a miraculous achievement, if I must say. But thank you guys for watching. I'm super excited to be back on YouTube, and let me know what else you would like to see, and if you'd like to see me do some like plant chores or whatever, because I'm always doing plant chores. Stay tuned for the next video. I look forward to connecting with you guys again. Okay, see you later. Bye.